There's no better feeling in the world than just ripping driver down the middle. I'm gonna help you get that feeling more often, that feeling of effortless power, right? And so many players struggle with this, and it's because the driver is the least lofted club in your bag. Loft is forgiving, lack of loft is unforgiving. This is why you don't slice your pitching wedge, but because of the flatness of the face, your driver is the hardest one to square up at impact and easiest to put side spin on the ball. Of course, the side spin that almost everybody struggles with is that left to right spin that makes the ball turn to the right, resulting in that weak slice. So we've got to learn the opposite. And the concept that's worked for thousands and thousands of players for this is called ALSR, which means aim left, swing right. It is ARSL for lefties, aim right, swing left. ARSL, aim right, swing left. But for righties, it's aim left, swing right. I'm a righty, so I'm gonna show it to you in righty. We talked about this a little bit, and there were some questions about why I square up my feet after squaring everything up left. How far do I aim left, and how do you really work on the timing of the face? So first, how far do you aim left? Pick out a spot down the left side, which is as far left as you can be without being in huge trouble, in case you hit it there, right? So, because what we're doing here is we are squaring up to a target down to the left of our target. The reason that we're doing that is because everybody has trouble squaring up the face with driver, okay? And so these terms, steep means club shaft in this vertical position instead of swinging more shallow from the inside on the downswing. Over the top means if we were doing swing analysis, there'd be a plane line from my belt buckle through the shaft of the club right here. Swinging over the top means you're swinging over the top of that plane line. But all of it means is that you are swinging your path left of target, okay? And the reason you're swinging your path left of target is because when everybody starts playing golf, it is not natural to square up the club face. Everybody struggles with an open club face. And what you teach yourself how to do really quickly after you first start playing golf is how to swing your path over the top, which is just swinging your path left of target as a compensation for a club face that's going to come through right of target. So it's basically, if the ball's going to turn that way because my face is that way, well, your subconscious figures out, I better start it this way. So that's why everybody struggles so badly with over the top, and because driver's the least lofted club in your bag, that's why most players struggle the most with over the top and an open face with driver. So what we do to combat this is we try to trick the mind and make the mind feel like I've got that confidence that that club face is going to square up at impact. The way we do that is to use this ALSR, aim left, swing right concept. So we start by aiming everything as if we are going to hit a shot where these white alignment rods are aimed. So we go ahead and we take that strong grip that I always talk about. So strong grip means putting club out in the fingers, putting this lead thumb over on the trail side of the grip of the club, and this V goes over towards that trail shoulder. You want to see that third knuckle on the back of the left hand, maybe even a little bit of the fourth there. When you turn your hand when you put your hand on the grip of the club that way, it really makes that club face want to turn over, which is what we want. I mean, really with all clubs, but especially with driver. So we go ahead and we aim left right here, and we take that strong grip with that aimed left. Now, the reason that I square up my feet, because that was the other question. Well, you aim over there, but then you square up your feet. Why do you do that? And the reason is because that is the swing right part. All I'm doing with this is I'm aiming left, taking my strong grip, setting that subconscious cue that you don't have to worry about that face because it's aimed left. You've taken your grip there. Now it's going to square up at impact. And you can see here almost where it's almost like if I just relax my hand a little bit, that face just wants to start turning over. So I've set up a hand to grip to club face relationship here that is really encouraging that face to turn over, and I did it by starting aimed left. So this should really give me the confidence that that club face is going to square up an impact, even when I swing more from the inside, even when I square up my feet to my target, my yellow alignment rods here, and when I swing that path more from the inside on the downswing. So that's what aim left, swing right is. And maybe it shouldn't really be swing right, because it's not like we're swinging right. We're just swinging along our alignment rails here. So all that we're trying to create is a face closed to path relationship and impact. And here's how I like to illustrate this. And I mean, I guess it is kind of swinging right, actually. I mean, it feels like swinging right. It's not actually what will happen, but you've just been swinging over the top left for so long that to swing down your target line feels like swinging over to the right. So let's picture this being our face aim line at impact. So let's imagine I'm coming into impact. Now I want my face there. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but it's probably, I mean, I don't think it's much of an exaggeration for most people. Most people, they need to feel that face closed, but I want my path swinging along this one, okay? This is going to create a face closed to path relationship through impact. That's what we want. That's what's going to create the draw spin. That's what's going to give us the efficiency, right? So many players trying to swing harder, but it doesn't matter because you don't have the efficiency. You're not delivering the energy of the club to the golf ball efficiently so that you get the most out of the club head speed that you have. So before you ever start chasing speed, we've got to get the most out of the speed that you already have. That's what this ALSR concept really helps with. Now, here's a nice way to work on this where you can create this little gate. And I've shown this before in other videos with irons, but it works well with driver here too. And this just kind of gives you that additional little visual here that you want to swing through this gate, right? This just gives you that path going through the gate. If the path's going through the gate, it's going to continue that way, but I want to feel like I'm trying to get my face aimed over that way. That's kind of that exaggeration of it right there. So I'll move these forward just a little bit. Now, the other quick thing that I should mention here too is that there's a little bit of this feeling of knuckles back that we talked about at the top of the swing. These knuckles back puts this lead wrist in this bowed position. Bowed means more closed face, cupped means more open face. Open face means over the top. Bowed means you're going to be able to have that confidence that that club face is going to square up at impact when you swing from the inside on the downswing. And then we've got to exaggerate the heck out of what I call fast face, slow swing, right? So we don't want to start swinging. I think of this as I'm really not trying to hit the ball. I'm just trying to swing through the ball, and I want fast face, slow swing. So, you know, if you're trying to muscle this, it's just not going to work. You've got to get fast face, meaning fast rollover and release of the face with a slow feeling swing where you really whip that toe of the club past the heel of the club, and you're just trying to get something to just start to turn over a little bit. And it's probably not going to be a super high ball flight or anything like that, but it's going to be an efficient strike of the ball, and the ball is going to run a long way. So this is our little gate right here. I feel like that one's pretty close. I should probably move that up just a little bit. There we go. Now I got a good visual of my gate, but I don't feel like I'm going to hit this even if I swing from the inside. All right, so now I'm just going to aim left and square everything up here. Now I'm going to square up my feet after aim left. Now it's little knuckles back kind of feeling here, and slow swing, fast face, whipping that toe, face closed to path kind of relationship here. Oh, that one had a lot of topspin on it. Holy moly. That one's just bounding forward. That's a little exaggeration, I guess, but what a runner that would be out on the golf course right there. Really did a literal topspin ground stroke that I talked about in that first video. That's the feeling, topspin ground stroke. And that's a feeling that I was kind of using and thinking about there. And it really gave me a little topspin ground stroke for sure. All right, aim left. Square up the feet. Knuckles back, topspin ground stroke, face close to path, whip the toe past the heel of the club. Slow swing, fast face. Oh, there's another nice feeling one right there. That had a nice little turn on it. Felt really good. One more. Can we get 3 of these? That'd be pretty good with that slow little swing. Get 3 of these. Turning over really gives you that feeling like you are getting that face closed to path. So here we go. Under pressure. Up that left side. Good strong grip. Squaring up. Feels like that face really wants to turn over. Knuckles back. Topspin ground stroke. Fast face, slow swing. Really whipping that toe of the club past the heel of the club here. Oh, yeah. That's pretty darn good. It sure flew a long way, and it's right up on the rolled down by the edge of the lake right there. And it was popped, and it was definitely slightly face closed to path, but I almost lost that one right. So that is how you work on that little face closed to path stuff. That's how you really work on the timing of the face. That's why we aim that far left and we swing to the right, which really isn't swinging to the right. It's just swinging towards your target. So I hope that helps you feel that effortless power more often with your driver.